979-1055 KISS FM. Rita Ora with Fatboy Slim. It is Listen, It's Liz, and I am so excited about who I have in studio with me. Grandmaster Crandall, good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing excellent. It is a pleasure to be here. You morning people are amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do it.
You know, there is something in the coffee, I promise you. You are in studio with me today because we are talking self-defense. I thought very important for me to talk about on my show, not only being a woman, but also, you know, I have a lot of female listeners, and kind of explain a little bit about what you do and who you are.
All right. I do martial arts. Mm-hmm. Some people may or may not know that. I've been doing that for over 55 years now. I'm getting up in age. They say I'm 76 now, but I feeling pretty good, pretty frisky. But I do women's self-defense programs. I do self-defense programs for children, for men and women. I'm a certified instructor for the Refuse to Be a Victim program from the National Rifle Association. But the women's self-defense programs that we do every June and every November. Because those are the primary target times.
Yeah.
In June, your mind changes, the sun, you're out, you drop your guard, you're more relaxed. You also change your whole wardrobe.
Yep.
So you become really more of a target, more challenging to defend yourself. Flip-flops are not good to kick with, so it's all sorts of things. And then in November, you're carrying extra money. You're out shopping in places you don't normally go.
Yeah.
And whether we like it or not, you are looked at on the street as a target more than I am.
Right.
So it's just the way it is. You could be a better fighter than I, stronger, quicker than I, but the fact is you're a female, you will be singled out as a target.
Right.
So we do these women's self-defense classes. They're an hour and a half long. They make a difference. You could be 72 years old, and it's still going to make a difference because the primary thing is to develop techniques that are avoidance techniques and awareness techniques that prevent you from being a victim in the first place.
Yeah. I think that's the biggest thing.
That's the biggest thing. It really is. And the fact is people don't stop to think about that. The first 45 minutes is that. It's what can you do? You may have already, if you get this knowledge, you use this knowledge, you practice the safeguards, you may prevent yourself from being attacked and never know it, which is perfect.
Right.
That's the way to do it.
That would be ideal.
That's right.
Right.
In the second half of the class for 45 minutes are techniques. Even if you're mobility challenged, you have a walker or a cane, there are techniques that you can do that will free you up. And what you want to do is get free and be able to move from the spot of the conflict maybe 8 to 10 feet and change the parameters and change the visual structure of the attack area. The person that's attacking you has thought it out. They've pretty much picked a place that people aren't going to videotape them, have them on the phone, they aren't going to see anything.
Right.
And you've just changed those parameters, and that's probably saved your life. So freeing yourself up and being able to take 8 to 10 foot step away is a big deal. Then lastly, we cover freeing yourself up and countering.
Yes.
If you have to, if flight is not the option and fight is your only choice, what techniques will make a difference?
Yeah.
What striking areas? The body has some vulnerable areas. You need to know those. You need to be aware of them so that when your brain, under that panic moment, because I've watched your eyes when we were doing it just before we went on the air. I know. And you start to panic because you're not into violence. You're not into hurting anybody. And you just kind of hesitate. But if your brain is armed with the stuff, you have muscle retention.
Muscle memory.
Muscle memory is what we're doing. You're practicing these moves for muscle memory. And that muscle memory can include freeing yourself up from a grab and your hand just flowing back and smashing them in the face.
And I just think this is not just like a self-defense class where you're in there and you're just throwing punches. No, you're learning how to really take care of yourself.
That's right. It's about knowledge that you will embed in your plan for safety. Your plan for your personal safety is going to be different than someone else's.
Right.
You're going to take some of these things and say, this works for me. I like this, or I feel comfortable with this. And this, no, that's a little bit out of my range. I would never be able to do that. That's really, you get,
the cringe hits, and you're like, ugh.
Yeah, the cringe techniques, the ones with the thumb in the eyeball.
Yeah.
But
But if you're in the moment and you know how to do it,
that's right.
Then you're one step closer to making sure you're protecting yourself.
That's right. And it's not just about you.
Right.
It's about everybody that loves you and everybody that cares about you. So when you take one of these classes, you also put their mind at ease too. You make your family and your friends feel a little more comfortable. If you're the only, if you hang out with 4 or 5 other gals and you're really close friends, it's unfortunate sometimes if you take the class, they all figure you're going to take care of them.
Right. Yeah, you all of a sudden become the protector.
That's right.
Yes, right. But I'm thinking even making it a girls' night and day and taking a class and then going to lunch and whatever else it's a really good idea. But this Saturday it's coming up at 10 a.m. It's going to be where?
It's going to be at the American Martial Arts Institute. All right. It's on Seneca Turnpike. And we have a large training school there with 3 training halls. We have pre-registered 20 women right now. There's still room for more. We split them into 2 groups. We have 4 to 6 female black belt instructors assisting.
Wow.
Headmaster Stolick is the other certified individual that works with me. He's my top student, and he and I will split the groups. I will teach them for 45 minutes, and he will teach them for 45 minutes. And we have a blast.
Yeah, I'm sure.
We enjoy it.
It's coming up this Saturday. I'll share it up on our Facebook page at CNY Kiss right now. But if you can't make it to this Saturday, always a good idea to follow along to see when you have another class coming up. Or
That's right.
You can also do this for companies, maybe if they have...
Right. And that book.
Yes, and your book is also for sale.
We go with that book. You can get it on Amazon.com. It makes a difference. The techniques we're doing are in the book. So if you end up buying the book, you have the techniques with you and you have a description of them and pictures as to how to execute them.
It's called Women's Self-Defense in a Changing World. I will also share up links to this as well. Thank you so much for coming in. I've learned so much today. And if you're listening and you're thinking, maybe I need to take this class, that's a sign. Make sure you sign up today and be safe, everybody.
Turn it up. Tune it.
All the hits, all morning long. More Listen to Liz next on